We are back to trash out the question asked by a free thinker who says God created heaven and earth from the beginning, and where was God when he created before the creation of heaven and earth? Now we see read the book of Genesis chapter 1 where the free thinker got the question. We look at chapter 1 verse 1. In the beginning God created heaven and earth. Verse 2 said, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the earth, upon the face of the water rather. Now if you just look at it, that before the creation of heaven and earth, the Bible recorded that God was in the midst of the void. Void is just like a snow, just like a smoke. Everywhere was without form. God was roaming as a spirit in the midst of the void, being dark. There, that is where God was roaming before he now found a need of bringing a shaped platform called planet Earth, now getting another platform called heaven. So it was then he now find a need of creating a platform called earth and another one heaven. So before the creation of these two platforms, he was existing in the midst of void according to the scripture. So the origin of God is what is beyond human comprehension, that human being cannot trace his origin, where he started, to develop. Human being cannot comprehend it. The ones necessary, he has inspired the authors to document it in the scripture. So anything beyond the biblical documentation, we cannot reason beyond that, to avoid psychopathically derange, so that one cannot derange psychopathically. So what we are talking about is what has been recorded in the scripture is that God was in the midst of the void before the creation of heaven and earth. And if you also read in the book of Habakkuk, the Bible says God came from Tema, and another translation call it God came from the north part of the region. So these are what is recorded in the scripture concerning the origin of God. But where he came from is what we don't know. How his origin started is what was not documented. We cannot go beyond that because it's mysterious. If you believe in the mystery is something that is beyond the human imagination. Since it's beyond our imagination, we cannot reason up to that level until when you are transforming the spirit, because God is a spirit. That's why the Bible says in the book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 8, it says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. It is when you are pure and you are transformed, either after death or after rapture. If you believe in rapture, then you will now see God. That is when you have the capacity or the ability to ask God a question, how his origin started. But for now, as we are putting on this flesh and blood, we don't have such capacity. We are subjected under a limitation to that level. So based on this injunction, we shall pause at this time, and every other questions or explanations is much available on request.